My name is Cori Hash, and I live here in Austin, Texas. House Bill 1554 would prohibit Texas state law schools from providing essential legal services and from providing real-life training opportunities to law students through their immigration legal clinics. I'm here today to ask you to vote no to House Bill 1554. I'm a proud graduate of the University of Texas School of Law, where I had the opportunity to gain hands-on legal training through the legal clinics offered by the school. I cannot underestimate the impact my participation in law school legal clinics, and in particular the immigration law clinic, had on me as a student and continues to have on me today as an attorney 20 years later. I learned a great deal about the relevant laws and policies in the clinic, but I also learned important skills necessary for the practice of law that cannot be easily learned from a textbook. When I graduated from law school and went on to work for a small nonprofit with limited resources, I was prepared and had the tools I needed to help numerous individuals and families. I wouldn't have had that success without the foundation I received in the immigration clinic at UT Law. Participating in the immigration clinic also taught me and my fellow students about the importance of giving back to the community, regardless of what path you choose after law school. Some of my fellow students went on to work in places such as the Department of Homeland Security, Department of State, various nonprofits around the world, state government, and in big and small firms in Texas and beyond. We are all where we are today because of the experience the immigration clinic gave us. Future generations of law students should be afforded the same opportunities, and for this reason, I ask you to vote no on House Bill 1554.
Thank you. Any questions, members? Thank you. Oh, Ms. Thompson has a question.
Yeah, you had a chance to read this bill, I'm sure.
I did, yes.
And do you practice immigration law at all?
I do.
Is there a backlog in the courts, immigration courts at this time?
There currently is a backlog of nearly 4 million cases nationwide, with nearly under 500,000 cases pending in immigration courts here in Texas.
And are there many persons doing this process? Are they representing themselves in these cases?
The large majority of people appearing before an immigration court are unrepresented. And studies show that representation in immigration court increases the chance of success by 10%. So representation in immigration court proceedings is tremendously important.
So that's kind of bogging down the system a bit, right?
In fact, immigration judges have stated that having representation makes the system move more effectively than it does from having pro se or unrepresented individuals before the court.
What I've been concerned about is when I looked at this bill is I'm looking at the backlog of asylum cases and the cases, active cases that may be presented before the U.S. immigration courts. And I'm wondering, when persons go and represent themselves and not being familiar with the law, does that slow the process down a bit?
It does. Immigration judges are required to provide information and advices on what defenses individuals may have, what protections are available, how the system works. And judges say again and again that having representation shifts that work to representatives. And so, in fact, it makes court processes go faster and more efficient for those judges.
So when you looked at this bill and doing your studying of this particular piece of legislation, did you see any safeguards that were put in place that would be able to assist persons through the process and not bog the court down where they can probably get to those asylum cases?
I didn't. In fact, I saw the opposite. By removing the availability of public funds to nonprofits and law school clinics, you're decreasing the amount of representation available, which, in my opinion, would bog down the courts even further.
I heard your testimony, and you said that you was a graduate of the University of Texas Law School, right?
I am, yes.
Did you ever work in the clinic there?
I did. I participated in several legal clinics, including the immigration law clinic.
And did you handle any immigration cases?
I did.
And you were able to acquire some experience during that particular time?
I did, and I think the experience was useful both for the clients I represented, but for me as an attorney, whether I went on to do immigration law or not.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you.